Hello, my name is Manoj Kumar from Corp IT. Today I will talk about a small utility that I created a year ago. The name of the utility is Termix. So what basically Termix do, if you have a multiple server that you need to connect via the SSH, then you can use that utility. So I already have multiple option like M remote I have, and the putty I can also have. I can just manage those server over there. But if I want to use this utility, I need to have a separate tool again, and I don't want to bloat my system with having an additional tool. I already know a bit of a bash scripting, so I thought, okay, why not to build a small utility to do that job. So in every Linux machine, you have something called .ssh, and under the ssh you have the config file, so you can manage a config file so that you need not to remember your servers, and using that file only you can recall and you can connect to that server. So I already know about that, so I thought, okay, why not, let's just utilize that thing and start build the utility. So that was the intent behind it, and that I built. So the name of the utility that I mentioned, it's Termix. Like, to be very honest, this is not a full-fledged utility. It just a wrapper of bit of a um, commands. So basically you can think about the bash script. So let's see this in action. So if you just need to type your term with the Termix, and it will just open up this thing. Here it is showing my server that I need to connect on a daily basis. If you manage your server, then you can manage your you can view your server. So let's suppose just these are my Proxmox nodes. So let's just connect to one of the Proxmox node. This is, yeah, so that's how I can connect it. The reason why I did not ask for the password, because I set it up the passwordless, so that's the reason. Let's just connect to one of my K8's node. So yeah, kubectl get nodes, yeah, so that's also working. So let's see how exactly it is. So this is a ZSH terminal, how you can verify like which shell you are in. So you just need to type this command. So I have the ZSH. If you are using a Linux, then you have the bash shell. So in the Linux, I have a file called .chrc. If you are using uh, Linux, then probably having the bash. In the bash, you have something called bash rc file, so you can utilize that. In the ZSS rc file, I just created an alias, and this is the alias that I created. Basically, this using a utility called FZF. FZF is a fuzzy finder. I installed that utility using the brew. Brew you can think of as like a package manager for the Mac, similar like we have in the Linux, like apt yum. So yeah, so basically what it just referring for this thing. This is the file where all my SSH configuration are stored, and it just fetching from that file, and it just giving me the output. Let's see this file in action. Okay, so if you just scan this, so you can see these are all my servers that I specify over there, and that's why I can able to connect it. If you don't want to open it in a on like a VI, then you can also use open-e and then the path name, and it will beautifully open in the notepad. So yeah, that's all about the small utility that I uses on a daily basis. I thought it will be really helpful for you, so that's the reason I created this video. If you end up using this utility, or basically just a bash script, just let me know. I will love to hear your thought about it. And let's suppose if you have any suggestions, something that I can probably improve on the future, just let me know. So that's all for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Till the time, peace.